Hey guys, as you can see, we are going to be building the Red Rocket Scenic Set from Fallout Wasteland Warfare by Modiphius. Okay, so there are instructions online. It's just some pictures and some text. In fact, they've been updated, and you can actually thank me for that, so you're welcome. So I built it the first time and noticed that it didn't match the contents of what you get, especially with these pegs, so they redid it, improved it a little bit, but I'm still going to make this video so you can watch along, follow along, and hopefully kind of understand a few things and make a few less mistakes. One thing I want to note here is that these are 90 degrees, these are straight, this is a 45, this one right here is a special one, and we'll get to that later. That one's kind of the odd duck out. Now when you're punching these out, and mine are already all punched out, so I apologize for that, leave one of these, you'll get two of these, leave one of these with this rim around it. So both are like this, and there's a front and a top and a bottom here. One of these is going to be the roof. That one you can pop out. It'll just be this intersection here. This is the ground, in which case you're going to want this kind of part outside of it, so don't do that. If you did already punch it out, it's okay, you can put it back in, but these tags might be a little kind of odd, so just leave this as it is. And actually, let's go ahead and get started with the bottom of the building here. So I'm going to already have all these out here. So this is going to have a T connector and then two 90-degree ones. Now, these have a textured side and a shiny side. Not that it matters, they'll connect the same way either way. I like the textured side a bit more, so I want to put that towards the top because we're going to be looking down on it. And I want to make sure that we can see that all right. So with this one, we are going to put a T there to connect the two, like that. Now, out here, all the outside will have brick. Inside will have this kind of stone wall. There will be a dark kind of rim on the bottom here, and a kind of a white rim on the bottom there. That's so you can tell. And then we're going to do two 90 degrees on either side. Again, I'm keeping the textured portion on top, and that's going to go right here. So let's get another wall in here. So here's another outside wall. Again, we're going to connect these two with the T joint here, and then one on the other end back here. Now we can start actually connecting these together. Now the reason you have the two T here is because there's going to be an inner wall here, kind of around this garage here. Okay, so we're going to kind of just line it up, but it's not super important right now per se, but you'll just kind of line it with the edge there. All right, let's go ahead and build that inside wall. Why not? So we're going to take these two. Notice they're inside on both sides. That's how you can tell which side. And there's some pictures on there. You can always line them up. But you're going to have the door closest to the other door. Put one 90-degree connector there. Connect those together. And now you can connect them into those T joints here, just like that. And now we already have the inside of the room. I actually really like this, by the way, that you can go inside the building. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's go ahead and make the kind of side door here, and then the wall on the end. So now we're going to take the other door, again, inside, outside, have one straight piece. It's going to connect them like so. And we're going to put it right at the end here, like that. And then, lastly, we're going to have one last wall. Again, one straight piece here, like so. Actually, let's do it with the smaller part on the other end. That's how they have it. It doesn't necessarily matter on these straight pieces, but there you go. Oh, and 190 piece here. I did forget that. Slipped right off. Should have been obvious where that goes, though, anyway. Now, you can connect that into there, this one into that one, and we have the bottom of our building. Bam, that's simple. Okay, now we're going to move on to the roof that goes on top here. So let's move that aside. I already have this laid out a little bit. Move this over. I'll put that right back there. Okay, I see some of these are a little bent. Yours will be straight. We'll get to that. These are all 90 degrees, by the way, so just use up all your 90 degrees here. Okay, so again, remember this is kind of the flipped side of that. So technically, if you were to go in there, you'd see this as the roof, but or the ceiling, but that's okay. Anyway, this side here, I'm sure I got it right. It is, which one is it? Okay, so this side here is the back with these kind of clumps here. This side here is where the roof is going to connect. It's the only one with a single connector point that's a little wider, and then it has kind of this rim here where the roof kind of starts, or the outcropping kind of starts. All right, so what we have here is we have these two angled pieces, and they're going to go on the front like this. Okay, so, and then these are going to go on the side. One thing to note is that these are always angled down. These kind of nub pieces here are always kind of facing down. So we're going to grab 90 degree and a 90 degree. Now you'll notice that there's one connector piece that's a little odd. Leave that alone for now. And this goes around the end. So one piece will go here. Again, yours will be straight. We'll fix that. Like so. Actually, this should go this way. So this is where the Red Rocket Diner thing is going to go. So this is on this side of it. That's kind of how you know. Okay, if I can get it on there. Okay, and then it wraps around. It has these kind of perforations here. You can bend it. It's supposed to be bent. It's all right. There you go. And now this will line up with this, and that's where the Red Rocket sign will go. So let's do one and do the other one. Like that. And like that. There we go. Now this one going very similarly. Right in there. I do this backwards again. No, it doesn't matter. So, in this one, it doesn't actually matter which one you do, because the other one will be hooked up here anyway, and will go towards one of these. Okay, so you can see here, this one has one slot, this one has two. So these are not the same. Put this one on the side that doesn't have that piece here. So like right here. See where that lines up? So we're gonna have 190 degree in the skinny portion. If I can do it. There we go. Just like that. And it's gonna hook in right there on the edge, just like that. And it does have a little bit of a bend, so you can kind of bend it a little. Oh, too much. Kind of bend it a little bit. Okay. Same with this one. Again, this will go right here, just like that, and lightly bend in. Okay, now we have the two signs. They are the exact same, so it doesn't matter which side you do which. So this one, you're going to put it on the bottom here, just like this. And what it's going to do, let me flip that around. I have all the textured going to the right, or the left. I guess it depends on your point of view. You're going to slot it in right here, like that. There you go. Do the other one. Flip it over like that, because it's going on the other end. Come on. There we are. And this one's going to slide in just like that. Now, that sits on like that, and you have your basic building. Let's get to the roof, and then we're almost done. Okay, so we're going to move this aside. We're going to take all of our roof pieces here. There's another few things to note on this one, but otherwise we're good. So we're going to take the easy piece, straight piece, going right there. Another straight piece goes in right there, and they connect. Right, easy peasy. There you go. You can almost kind of see where it's going to be now. All right, now this is going to be, again, it's going to be straight on yours, but this is the front part here. So we're going to take, let me move all these closer. Oh, there we go. Okay, all the rest are going to be the two straight pieces, all 90, and then your special one. Your special one set aside, it's how we connect the two together. So again, just like before, we are going to be putting these in. Again, just kind of put the texture how you want it. You can always change it later. You connect one piece, and you're just going to wrap it around and connect it to the other piece. Like that. There you go. Now, when it comes to damage, by the way, you can move this up, you can move it down, you can have it kind of even, however you want it to look. I tend to, at the very end, put it flush like that. I think it looks pretty good. But you can kind of play around with it, which is kind of nice. Now we have these straight pieces here, and these are going to be on the sides. So let's, again, just 290 degrees here. Just like this. And it pops on right in these other slots. You're going to do the same for this one. We are almost done, guys. After that, there's a few, like those little pieces, the debris. We'll get to that in a second. There's a few kind of quirks about those I want to show you guys. But otherwise, the main thing is just about done. So again, because these are different pieces, you can angle them however you want. So you can see here how you can have it up or down, or I like it kind of down like that. Now, before we connect the other piece, let's go through this. So these are not the same. If you notice, this is a little bit darker up here. This is a little bit lighter, and these two are smaller. They're actually a little bit smaller, a little bit of a different angle. You can kind of see. So these bigger ones go in the front. So let's go and do those first. Like that. And again, you're just going to slide them into this little hook here. And like that. Then these smaller ones, you're going to hook right into here. Like this. There you go. So now, because these are taller in the front, it should kind of angle it down for you a little bit, right? When they sit on there, sometimes they don't quite. Come on, there you go. Make sure they're slotted. There you go. Okay, so now we're going to take this piece here, and right here, this will actually line up, because this can kind of shift around a little bit, onto the wall here. So you want to put it right here on this wall, right next to the connector piece here. And then that's going to hook in to this piece right here at that angle. There you go. There's that. This piece keeps wanting to come out. I've built this a few times. All right. And we'll line everything up. Get that outside. It should look just like that. There you go. There is the Red Rocket Diner on the playmat that the set comes in. All right, so little pieces here. So first of all, if I take this Red Rocket out, you'll see some little slots here. That being said, because this is a cardboard, it's kind of a tight fit. And so what you're going to end up doing is smashing these little pieces down here. What I plan on doing is actually grinding out a little bit of this, either scraping it out or drilling it out just a little bit. So it's a little bit, it'll still stick in there because there's something in there, but they won't mess up the cardboard there. So that's for that. Now, on the actual box itself, let me get that here for you. You might notice something that we don't get. So right here, if you see right here, there's a little piece there that you don't actually get, but you kind of do, because when you punched out the ceiling or the roof, you should have this extra one. If you cut it right there, there, and there, there's your piece. Okay, so again, you're gonna actually have to cut it yourself, but there it is right there. Okay, so for the pieces, let's do the connector pieces first. So we have this kind of fence here. So you have this 45, you'll connect the 45, and then you have a remaining 90 degree, which you can then put in on the end and have kind of a barrier, which is, again, gameplay wise is kind of nice. So you kind of have a little fence here you can put wherever you want. We'll put in the back there. All right, so easy part next, you get the sign. The sign has a slot and a little piece here. It doesn't matter which long piece, short piece you go, just stick it in there and it stands up. It does, I promise. There you go. Stands up if I don't hit it. There we go. Okay, boxes. So the box is also kind of easy and interesting. So you get 4 pieces here. You're going to have 2 with little cherries on it and 2 with little arrows on it. And then a small piece and a big piece. So what you're going to do is take, intermix the cherry and the up arrow, and then just kind of slot those in just like so. Now, the instructions tell you to glue this piece on, but I find it pretty tight in there anyway. So this little piece here, you're going to go, it's going to fall into there. And then when you straighten it out, it's actually pretty snug, but you can glue that in too. It depends on if you want to be able to build it again or not, especially when it's down on the ground. You just push your finger in there. There, see, flat. Then this, you can either glue on or you can leave it and, pop it however you wish. There's a, kind of a different sides if you want to make them look a little different, but there is your box. Now, this one kind of threw me in for a little bit of a loop. This is the only mechanical piece you get. You actually get 2 of them here. Now, you'll notice there's a little bit of a bendy thing going out, or at least, angled. So you're going to want to put that on the inside of this. So when you angle it, it goes out, not in. That's the correct way to do it, according to the instructions. You can keep it straight. They don't angle out too much, just a little bit, but just enough to kind of give a little sense there. And this fits inside of the building as well. You can put that in the garage. Those are your pieces. The only other thing you get is a little bit of debris. This is just kind of extra. You just lay this around, or, lean it against something, or, whatever you want to do. There is no connector piece for this. It's not necessarily part of the fence. Again, you can just lay it around. But that is it. That is how you build the Red Rocket Scenic Set for Fallout Wasteland Warfare. Guys, I hope this video was a little helpful. I hope it kind of maybe pointed out a few things you might not get from the normal instructions. If you liked this video, be sure to like it. I always appreciate that. Subscribe to see a lot of miniature painting of this. I'm also going to be doing a review. There are several different modes, and I haven't decided if each mode is going to get a review or if I'm just going to do one big review. I guess it depends on what I have to say on all those. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Talk to you next time.